gon' come in and give me head so good, it feel like it's one of a kind. I do not listen to niggas, they talking about shit that they doing online. No buzz, them niggas like years behind. Ironic how I'm killing demons, but I keep the root of evil on my mind. You switch, you can't get me on the line. Yeah, she gon' come in and...
You know what the fuck going on, man? King Slime, favorite song, Rasta and all that. And I am here on the #1 platform for all independent artists, all creators, all influencers, Rasta and friends, right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I got a special artist with me, special guest with me. It's my guy Spook from Durham, North Carolina, representing Durham. We're gonna get into his story today. We're gonna talk a little bit about his music, what he got coming up, all that good stuff. But go ahead and introduce yourself, let them know where they can find you at.
For sure, man. Yeah, I go by the name of Spook, man. S-P-O-O-K. You can find me on all platforms at Who Is Spook. Yeah, man. Born and raised Durham, North Carolina. I've been doing music basically my whole life. And I'll say, really for me, I started taking it serious probably leaving high school. Because all throughout high school I was writing, I was playing around a little bit, but start taking it serious and knowing, you know, no matter what I do after this, like I'm gonna have to really hone my craft. And I'll say ever since I went off to school in Charlotte, I went for fashion design, but while I'm out there, I'm networking, I'm meeting other people, I'm, you know, doing all that. And I just kept being pushed towards the music, man. So it wasn't until I got out there, that was in 2015. Okay. So from then to now, I've just been really like working on my pen, working on my sound, like what, you know, makes me stand out as an artist type shit. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So with you saying honing your craft, what does that look like? I
guess for me, because it's like so many artists get caught up in what's going on currently, like what's popular, what's popping, like the new wave or whatever it is. But I feel like for me, it's always just been what's unique to me and like what's real for me type shit. So just honing like, okay, I know I love to rap, I know I like bars, I know I like melodies. Like, how can I make all of that make sense, but without sounding like somebody else? Okay, okay.
So, and that's just like what like writing every day. That's working on a song every day. Did you have like a regimen? Because I know like I follow this one artist, and they say like they think it's like every day they take like 5 minutes and just rap as much as they can. Like they freestyle to whatever beat. Yeah. Like just to keep their craft building.
It's a bunch of different.
And I know some people like write every day. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's me. Like I definitely write every day, but I think it just depends on like what direction I'm going that particular day. So like earlier in the week, I might have seen something outside, or I might have like heard somebody say something, and I'm gonna write down a line that inspired me based on what happened. And then I might not come back to that line for a few days, but sometimes I'll see something and like everything will just hit me at once. It's almost like when you having like a daydream and you like just staring. He's like, oh, like I need to be writing this down. You know what I'm saying? It'll hit me like that. So yeah, man, it'd be random inspiration, honestly. And I will say one of my homeboys, my boy Kels, he had did this thing where he'll be like, go. And basically when he say go, it's like, all right, I'm gonna give you till this time to pen a verse based on this topic. It don't gotta be about nothing for real. But doing that helped me like, okay, like I don't even gotta have a set topic. Let me just work on the craft in general. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So when you speak on inspiration and where that comes from could be anywhere. Yeah. But what are some of the people that you look up to like in artistry for inspiration?
Yeah. A bunch of different people, man. The first person that come to mind, I'll say my mom's, because my mom, like that was the first person I seen doing something on the stage, right? So like my pops, like I gotta give him some credit too, because he was an engineer, producer sort of thing, but like in terms of the recording, like, or like not even the recording but the performance aspect, it was my mom's, because she sang on the praise team, she's a dancer, she mimed, she's just really in tune with that side of it. And so for me, that showed me like, okay, like you can draw inspiration visually as well, or like physically as well. So I'll say like that's the first person that come to mind. In terms of in the industry, I gotta give credit to Kendrick, man. Like, that's one of my biggest
What's your favorite Kendrick song?
My favorite Kendrick song? First one that come to mind? First one that
I'm gonna judge you.
Okay, first one that come to mind for me is Real. With Anna Wise.
I'm not mad at that. Okay.
Real is one for me. And then when he going crazy, like off the top of my head, I'll say like Look Out for Detox. Cartoons and Cereal. Like that, yeah, it's crazy, bro. Yeah.
At least you ain't give me a cliche answer.
Bro,
so
come on, man. We can always spot the fakes.
That's
I'm
weak
every time.
I'm weak as
Every
hell.
time, bro. For sure.
So you say Kendrick, okay.
Yeah.
So how does that show up in your music? Like, are you like not comparing, but are you thinking like, okay, damn, this is on that level, like this is what I would listen to, you know what I'm saying, in comparison?
Yeah. I think for me, I just look at what other artists like that are at that level, you know, that are in the Hall of Fame or whatever you want to call it, and I just look at like some of the things that they do, and I'm like, I'm not trying to necessarily do that same exact thing, but I'm like, okay, this works for them, so like let me see them doing that and be like, okay, let me apply that and see what works for me over here.
Yeah.
So
or
like,
even I see like even you can let that make you ask the question like,
yeah,
why did they do that? You know what I'm saying? And that why could lead you to your own answer.
Yeah.
But it starts with like questioning what the fuck they did. Like, damn, why did they go about it like that?
Yeah.
You might get a whole different answer.
And I think for me, like that why that you talking about makes me, because like I say I'm always a big overthinker, because like I feel like I get caught up in everything, like all the assumptions and like perceptions hit me at once. It's like, oh, I said something like this, but I don't think if I played this out loud, somebody would like the way I said it, even though it might sound hard to me. So I'm like, let me go back and fix that. Or it might be like, this line sound crazy, but it might be too much.
Yeah.
To where a nigga don't understand what I'm even saying for real.
Right.
So I'd be having to go back and like, not even dumb it down, but sometimes it's all right to make shit make sense for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I seen a recent interview, I think it was like DJ Head or one of those guys, and they were talking about the difference between a Kendrick or like a Ab Soul. And he was just saying like the difference is like Kendrick knows the, you know what I'm saying, like the middle ground. Like you got to know how to be super lyrical, but then how to be, you know, where you can relate to everybody. And it's like somewhere in between, like that somewhere, that mid range is like where you want to be.
Yeah, because don't everybody want to hear that lyrical miracle shit.
Yeah, and it's like maybe in the sequence of an album, you know what I'm saying, certain songs that's special, you might want to just go crazy, but it's like in general, your work needs to be like easily digestible for.
But I think that's also like, I think more at the root of that though, I think that's really ego more than anything. Yeah. It's like, because your ego would tell you like, nigga, I ain't gotta make that type of song, I could just keep making the type of songs I make. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a little ego based. And then if you are able to humble yourself, like, oh, okay, there's people that just don't, that's not the masses. Like the masses don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you gotta be humble enough to have that perception. So I think it's partially ego too in that. But you said you got an EP coming out soon. Yeah, no. So actually, funny you say EP. So I actually just dropped the EP. I got an album. You got an album coming out. Yeah. My bad. You good? You good? Nah, and you just told me this. My fault. Nah, you good? You good? So I just dropped a 2-track EP, and I'm really big on doing that, just because I like to stay active as much as I can. Like I'm not an artist that drops like super consistent, but I like to do something that like is unique to me. So like I started this combo series where I would drop certain songs, and it started with combo number 1, and that would be 2 songs, and then combo number 2 was 2, and then 3, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. But for this recent one, which I call it Bear With Me, it's on all platforms right now. 2-track EP, basically just alluding to the album Help the Bear, giving niggas just a little taste of where I'm going lyrically, and just even what I'm going to be talking about a little bit on the album, getting a little bit more personal, telling a little bit, or telling more stories really, and just like really showing everybody like what the weight be about for me. You know what I'm saying? Why I take my time, you know, and just really dive. She gon' come in and get me head so good, it feel like it's one of a kind. I do not listen to niggas, they talking about shit that they doing online, no buzz, them niggas like years behind. Ironic how I'm killing demons, but I keep the root of evil on my mind. You switch, you can't get me on the line. Get everybody else on that.